Hi there, welcome to this month's market update. It's a special update this month. I'm going to try and talk to you as best I can about how we're in a housing market which continues to defy all of the rules or all of the logic that you would expect, with prices continuing to grow. Now, before I get into that, why don't you hit the subscribe button to our channel? We'll get notifications of when we film these videos. And if you do like and understand what I'm saying and think it makes sense, why not hit that like button? It really, really does help us out. So headlines at the moment. I spoke last month, the cost of living crisis that we're suffering at the moment, terrible situation ongoing in the Ukraine. Of course, now we can add interest rate rises into that to try and ease the burden of inflation, but a housing market that continues to defy logic, that continues to see growth month on month. As it stands today, the average house price, the average sale price across Manning Stainton, now just over 9% higher than it was at this time last year. And I'm going to try as best I can and explain why this is happening. But I have to try and get into some basic economics in order to do that. So wish me luck, here goes. I'm going to use an analogy that I was taught some years ago by a man far smarter than I. Let's take the hose pipe, the simple garden hose pipe. And imagine that hose pipe is switched on. Water's flowing nicely. And that reflects, as this chart shows, the flow of money coming into the economy. Now take for a moment the idea of standing on that hose pipe, which is what happened, of course, back in lockdown. And then imagine that we turn the tap on even more while standing on it. And of course, what's forming behind is a huge flow ready to explode out, but nobody could spend it. So at that time, as this next chart shows, everyone started to save. Household savings increased. I know you might not have felt that way, but I promise you the stats show that they did. And then let me put that other chart back up. And what that then shows is once lockdown ended, almost instantly, the housing market in particular and the economy generally exploded into life. The flow of money continued, but lending started to increase. And again, if you don't believe me, let's pop the next graph up. And this shows the volume of mortgage lending happening in the economy. But we're in a position now where I think we're starting to see that flow of money that was fueling so much of the growth, and I promise it was nothing to do with the stamp duty incentive, it might have helped a little, starting to now just come towards an end. Quite when that end is, no one knows, but you can see again from this chart that the value of lending and the volume of money coming into the economy are starting to meet together. And normally when that happens, that would indicate a market that's starting to settle, that's starting to slow. And my bet would be, as we continue to see interest rates increase over the next 6 months or so, that the value of price increases is going to start to just taper off that little bit. But for the next 6 months at least, I think we've got a market that's going to continue to rise as it has been over the last year or so. Quite when that top comes, you're going to have to stay in touch with us through these videos to find out a little more. I hope you've enjoyed that very, very brief lesson today. And hope there's a few comments below which maybe we can talk on a little bit more about all of this. And for anybody who's thinking about making their move in 2022, we're available 8 AM till 8 PM, and we'd love to talk to you about how we can help you move. Thanks for watching.